Once again, we welcome you to Quad Radio as we continue to wrap up the Maxxis General GNCC, and what a great start to the season. Round one at the River Ranch was unbelievable, and I don't know how long it's going to take to top today's race, but I'll tell you, it's going to take a while. I'm sure one of the most dramatic finishes I've seen in the Grand National Cross Country GNCC in quite some time, and the guy that brought all the drama today, the XC1 rookie sensation of Walker Fowler, and I'll tell you right now, when I say sensation, I think if you witness this race today, you know exactly what we're talking about. First and foremost, Walker, I just want to say congratulations on a stellar ride today, man. I mean, right from the word go, it looked like things were on for you, man. Grabbing that hole shot out there, and you were in it to win it. It looked like. I know that talking about it leading up to this, you said, you know, I'm gonna bide my time. I'm gonna ride behind these guys. I'm gonna learn. But man, it looked like all that went out the window whenever the green flag went up today.
Absolutely, yeah. Appreciate you. All the kind words and everything. Got an awesome start and just rode really well. Other than when I was in the lead the first lap or whatever, just stupid air and got a little stuck and fell way back early. But you know what? I stuck in there, and the group, instead of being 2 or 3 guys breaking away, there was like 10 of us that was just all killing it out there, and it was really fun. And we just all diced for position, and you know, at the end of the day, I found myself in a really good position, and it was awesome. I just almost that's it. But you know what, man, I tell you, that almost today, I mean, that has to it's got to be a great inspiration for you. Let's let folks know what happened. For those of you that weren't here, like we said, Walker did get out, and there was some major battles today, and there were a lot of leaders and a lot of lead changes, man. I mean, everybody they were all loaded and ready today. I mean, everybody was on their A game, and everybody was putting out everything they had, it looked like, Walker. Yep, yeah, I led for a little bit. Brian Wolf led, Chris Borich led, Chris Biffle led, and Adam McGill led. So, I mean, and it was at any moment, any one of the 5 or 6 of us could have been out front. It was awesome.
Now let's go into that last 45 minutes. The race today, the way the short lap at the beginning of it and everything, it actually, the way that the lap times worked out, it was either going to be way short or it was going to be long. And today, obviously, it was a little long. 2 hours and about 20 minutes, I think, is where it was whenever finally the checker flag came out, man. You know, I mean, you guys, that extra 20 minutes, I know it was a lot, but I think more than anything, I think the racing that you guys were doing, let's talk about that last 30, 40 minutes that you guys went through, because that's when everybody started jockeying for position. That's when you guys started trying to set yourselves up for that ultimate last lap pass, the one that's going to try to separate you from everybody. Now, let's back up to the white flag. When you came through, you were in the lead on the white flag lap. I seen you shaking your head. It almost seemed like you were in a position in the lead. You really didn't want to be there at that time.
Absolutely. With Chris Borich and Taylor Kaiser right behind you as a rookie, it's not exactly a comfortable place to be. But, you know, I was kind of just, I was nervous, excited, whatever, but I was just out there having fun. And that's that last lap was just absolutely insane. I think I just took a bad line, I think, and he got around me. Borich did, and I just kept telling myself over and over, no matter what you do, you can't lose this grab bar. The second you lose it, you know, you pretty much lose the race. You can't lose sight of them, and just ran with them all the way to Moto Track, all the way to about the 6-mile marker. So I don't know if I just hit a rock or what happened, but my right front tire like locked up, and I was going down the trail all sideways and pretty much just with 3 wheels, and I thought, you know, right then the race was over, because I lost probably about 10 seconds trying to figure out what was going on, and luckily it freed up whatever had it locked up. So Kaiser was right back on me again, and then he ran into complications, and I was just like, you know, I'm going to settle for second. This is going to be awesome. I just, you know, second race, I'm going to be on the podium in second, and we get through the 7-mile marker mud hole, and I see Chris wrapped around a tree, and he's looking at me, and, you know, with the panic in his eyes, and that was a really good feeling to know that I can put someone in panic, and from that moment on, you couldn't put a piece of paper between us. No matter everything he did, I did, and just actually got around him for just an absolute split second. right before the finish line section, and got cross-routed, about flip over. He gets back around me, and we're nose to tail again. And then just right before the finish line, we had scoped out some lines, and I thought Chris was going to take the fast line, and apparently he oversaw it a little bit and then realized he had to commit to the slower line, and I was already going in the fast line, so I thought right then that maybe I could get that first, my first win just out of the blue. I didn't even think it was going to happen, and I was right there. Go over a little jump in that line, and the quad just shuts off in the air, and I land and let the clutch out to try and start it back up, and there was nothing home on the four-wheeler, so everyone comes running over trying to figure out what's going on, and I kept saying that I knew it was locked up, the motor was toast, and everybody just kept wanting to push it and do whatever, so instead of pushing it towards the finish line, we turn around on the track and start going backwards on the track because we thought it was downhill, which then after we got a couple good pushes in, and it definitely wasn't going to start, then we're further away from the finish line. Kaiser goes by, so I'm in third now, and we all just decide, we got to push this thing. The finish line section doesn't appear that large, but when you're walking next to like a 300-pound machine that has about another 300 pounds of mud on it, that little, I don't even know how many hundreds of yards it would be, but it feels like forever.
It turned into a country mile real fast, didn't it?
Real fast. So I'm running next to it. Shoots the whole Yamaha team, the fans, everyone's out there pushing it. I fall in a hole, and I couldn't get back up. I have asthma, and I've never had an issue with it the last 6 years, pretty much since I got off of mini dirt bikes, and just have an asthma attack or something. I don't know. I was just couldn't breathe and just was freaking out, so a couple friends of mine got under my shoulders and we started walking the track. Everyone was just trying to get us to go underneath the banner and wait for the four-wheeler to get close to the finish line, because the rider has to physically get his own machine across the finish line. But I figured I don't want to cheat and I don't want to do anything, so wherever the four-wheeler goes, I have to follow it. So we walked literally the whole finish line section. Get up there, kind of caught my breath finally, got my helmet off while we're walking, and I pushed it across and still managed to get third overall on the podium. So, I mean, me and Chris, just those last 3 miles it's the fastest and most out of control but in control I've ever been in my career, and it was just awesome. And it's cool to be able to race with somebody that's a veteran, a 3-time champion, and but he'll race it clean. There was no dirty passes, no nothing. It was clean, it was fun, and I think I'm where I need to be for sure now. I think today confirmed that, and I'm just glad nothing bad happened. I didn't pass out, and I didn't throw up or anything, didn't embarrass myself, and I don't know. It was a crazy day.
I think you gained a lot of respect for people. Now, the amazing thing is your first podium walker, you didn't actually make it. Your bike was up there, but you got your first podium position there today, and that's pretty amazing. The amazing thing to me, too, is the fact that how long it took you guys to get that machine across. The gap that you had spread out over the rest of the field, just unbelievable, and still able to get that bike across in third, man. I know that has to be a great feeling, too, man, and even after all this, I know you're pretty wiped out, but still at the same time, you got to be jumping up and down inside too.
Yeah, definitely outside right now. If anybody looked at me, they'd probably think I'm getting ready to keel over at any minute. Girlfriend's a little upset with me because I'm probably not the most joyful person to be around right now. Just have a headache and just feel tired, but got work to do to get her ready for tomorrow. I'm still just shocked, pumped, bummed I couldn't be up there and thank all the people that need thanked. But, Bill stood in my place, and I think that really means a lot, especially with Taylor on the podium, too. I think it's going to be a good year for this Balance Racing Yamaha team.
I do, too. And back to the jokes that we were doing last night. Looks like the old man still got it out there, don't he? Chris Boritz, you may call him old, but, man, he's still fast. And you guys, it's going to be a great season. It should be a lot of fun to watch. And and should be a lot of fun for you guys to ride.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely got a little age on me, and he
experience, I think, is what we can call that too.
Yeah, for sure. And you don't see him over at the EMTs having a breathing treatment or anything, and me being the youngest guy on the starting line, and I'm gasping for air. So I think it just goes to show you how experience can definitely lead to being in probably the best shape of his life.
No doubt. Well, I tell you, man, you're definitely on your way. It's awesome watching this. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds. Again, congratulations on your third place, almost win today, your third place finish, and can't wait to see what North Carolina's going to bring, man.
Absolutely. Hopefully a repeat with a happier ending.
There you go. That's Walker Fowler. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is Quad Radio.